There must be some type of mistake because I'm a part of the biggest art collab on YouTube. How did this happen? A few months ago, the Aussie crafter reached out to me on Instagram and asked if I wanted to be a part of a collaboration that she was putting together. Naturally, I thought this must be some type of scam, but I decided to dive in headfirst anyways. I mean, it's been a few months and no one's asked me for my credit card information, so I think it's legit. But really, I am so incredibly thankful and honored to be alongside such amazing creators. Really quickly, if you don't know what Create This Book is, it is the prompt book created by Mariah Elizabeth.
Basically, it's just like a blank book with different prompts on each page, and you fill them out and use your creativity, and it's a fun time.
And this book in particular was started by the Aussie crafter herself. It has made its way to me, picking up some absolute masterpieces along the way. So if you haven't seen them, be sure to check them out. Now, let's get started with the prompts. Okay, so here it is, the moment we've all been waiting for. Actually, one second. In this video, I'm gonna do the unthinkable. I'm going to read the instructions. Normally, I wouldn't do something so extreme, unlike me, out of pocket. But this is a very special video, and I can't be the first one to mess it up. I can be the second, third, even the fourth, but not the first. So I'm gonna start by writing my name on the front page where everyone else has written theirs. I'm not gonna lie, I was really nervous, and I actually did forget how to spell my name, but that was only the first hurdle. And there are many more to come. Now that I've read the instructions, written my name in the book, it's time to see what pages Sarah has given me. The prompt I'll be starting with is create a garden. Draw a beautiful garden with vegetables, flowers, and any other plants you'd like. I'm gonna start by using this postage paper that I saw another YouTuber use on their Create This Book series. This paper is kind of thin and it's definitely not meant for watercolor, but I'm gonna use it for that anyways. I decided to bring out my gouache paints because they're the easiest for me to work with, despite them being crusty, dusty, and musty. I knew I kind of wanted a watercolor effect, but other than that, I had no clue what I was doing. In the past couple of weeks leading up to this project, I have been racking my brain about what I can make, and until the day finally came, I decided to just wing it. After all, this was supposed to be a fun project, and I was definitely stressing about it. So I just decided to have fun with it. And for a while, I was actually really liking how it was coming along until I got to this top area. I honestly didn't know what to do with it, but hey, when in doubt, make a gradient. Gradients are always pretty. I mean, I guess except in this case. At this point, I am absolutely hating this page. And every color I put on it is just making it worse. I even tried to draw this mountain in the background, and let's just say it didn't work out. Since I like the flowers so much, I decided to just keep them and completely cut off the top. I still had no clue what I was doing, so I decided to add some line work to the flowers. And this process was really fun because all I had to do was trace my own work. It kind of reminded me of coloring in reverse. Even though I had no clue what I was doing this entire time, I actually really enjoyed how this garden turned out. Now let's see what we can do with this top part. I know the cut is kind of jagged, but I like it. It gives it kind of a collage-y feel. I am really bad at perspective, so I kind of wanted to take a crack at it. And I added 2 mountains to the back. Well, I messed up a bunch of times, and then I painted them pink. But I hated that and changed it to red and orange instead. After that, I drew the sun setting and I made the sky pink and the sun yellow, of course. Now it's time to stick these two together. And here we have it. I think this is really cute, but it needs something. I was gonna do rays of sunshine, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys, every time I made the rays, they were all types of lopsided, so we're gonna have to settle for clouds. But that's okay, because I think it turned out really cute. Now, about that other page. I'll be doing 2 prompts and 4 pages today, which means I have an entire empty page to fill. Since the prompt was, draw a beautiful garden with vegetables, flowers, and any other plants you may like, I thought maybe I should get a little bit more specific. On this page, I thought it'd be a good idea to make sort of a legend of sorts, but I wanted to do it kind of in the way of like a yearbook picture. So I drew each flower as a character, but don't get too used to these guys because they're just a rough draft. after I'd drawn them all, I had just decided that they're ugly and I needed to start over. And I wanted to start with the background. This thick paint was just too much, and I decided to go with some alcohol markers instead. And this was a lot better. I redrew the characters, and I think they came out pretty cute. Some less than others. The placement's kind of weird on this one because I cut them out pretty haphazardly, but I still really like the way it came out. And now we can finally put them in the book. This next part is something I really had to try very hard not to mess up, and that is making sure the title is seen. I think in every single one of my Create This books, I've covered up the title completely, and so this time I was extra cautious not to do that. One prompt down, one to go. The next prompt is the one of my choosing. Create holes. Tear or cut out holes in this page, make it look fun and interesting. Now this is a bit of a problem. I can't actually cut holes in this page because on the back of this page is someone else's prompt. So I'm gonna take another piece of paper and work on the fun and interesting portion of this prompt. And what could be more fun and interesting than a rainbow? I must really like this prompt because now I've done it twice. But in my defense, when I chose this prompt, I had completely forgot that I had done it before, and I didn't get to do it the way that I wanted to. So this is a bit of a redemption for me, and I'm really excited for this page. And that was the worst transition you've ever seen. But you get the point. I did the same thing on the other side in blue. Now this is the whole reason I wanted to do this page. The first time I read this, the only thing that came to my mind were those wavy and jagged edged scissors we all used to have as kids. I can't lie, I've been waiting for any excuse to use these things. Any excuse. I drove like 30 minutes to go pick these up from Hobby Lobby. I meant business. And originally I was planning to draw something more intricate, but then I realized I can't get this stamp to the middle of the paper. It can only go in the edges. So I decided to just have fun with it. So every time you cut out one of these shapes, you also get the inverse, which is just the shape, I guess. And it looks like confetti, so I really wanted to incorporate that in my picture. I wanted to do it all, rips, tears, and holes. So I decided to draw a heart, color it in, cut it out, and rip it in half. I glued the ripped heart to one side of the page and used the extra pieces as confetti on the other side. This is where things almost get really, really bad. When sticking my art to this piece of paper, I accidentally stuck it on in a weird way where there was wrinkles everywhere and I couldn't get it up. It's kind of fitting that my prompt is rips and tears and I almost ripped and tore this page apart. The irony isn't lost on me, but I couldn't let that happen. I'll just say my page is 3D. After I finished, I signed and dated both pages, marked myself on the map, and sealed it all in with Mod Podge. And those are my pages. I want to say a huge thank you to the Aussie Crafter for inviting me to be a part of such a wonderful collaboration with so many amazing people. A big thank you to So Craftastic for sending me the book. And of course, the moment you've all been waiting for, the person I'm gonna send the book to is Christine from Courageous Painting. Here you go, Christine.
Got it.
I'll link her channel below. Be sure to check her out because she makes some amazing art. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!